Only the second woman Prime Minister in British history. Theresa May, dressed in suffragette colours, posed with schoolgirls in Westminster Hall tonight. None of them had been born when she became an MP, a time when there were just 13 Tory women in the Commons. They'd come to celebrate a hard-fought victory, the right of women to choose those who make the laws.
The right to vote was not handed over willingly. Rather, it had to be forced over many years of struggle from the hands of those who held it for themselves. All around us here today are reminders of what that struggle looked like.
She said even today some women were disenfranchised, too scared to register to vote because they feared abusive partners might track them down. Anonymous registration would be introduced to help.
A century after women were first enfranchised, some are still prevented from taking their place on the electoral roll. Many survivors of domestic abuse are unable to register for fear of revealing their address to an ex-partner. That effectively means the threat of violence is removing women's right to vote, something that is simply unacceptable.
To some, Theresa May herself is living proof that women have already achieved equality. But she doesn't think so, and neither do any of the 207 other women MPs that now sit in the House of Commons. Among the men attending tonight's event, Labour's Jeremy Corbyn, who earlier had urged the government to give suffragettes jailed for their cause a posthumous pardon. But the Home Secretary suggested that might be difficult.
I completely understand where that's come from, and I will take a careful look at it. We have done some pardoning in the past, like Alan Turing's law, like some of the First World War soldiers who were shot for cowardice. So I will take a look at it. It's quite complicated, but I'm going to take a look.
But how is life in the Commons for the current generation of elected women?
Is it still a lot tougher for women?
I don't know. There's a bit of me that feels sorry for the blokes. You know, they all arguably blend into one, wearing their suits, and I think, you know, we genuinely can stand out.
I don't agree. It's harder for women. It's harder for women, but you have to keep working at it. And you're right, we mustn't get complacent. But fortunately, there are lots of exceptional women out there who, you know, we need to encourage the best to come into Parliament.
The aim, said the Prime Minister, and no one here disagreed, was to get as many women in Parliament as men.